Hello and welcome back to my Fire Red Nuzlocke. Most folks call me Orange Joe, and in the last episode, we fought a bunch of people, got some encounters, and I gotta be honest with you, this episode expect to have us fight some more people. I know this is gonna seem weird. I'm just looking at our PC quick, just to reacquaint myself with what we got. Oh yeah, Tauros. His name is Kit. Because he's got some pretty decent attack and defense stats. Not too great anything else. But yeah, last episode was... Ooh, oh, shoot. I forgot to set a timer. Excuse me. That's, a little inside baseball for you. That's how I've been making sure that these videos stay on track, is I actually legitimately just set a timer. Now, that's what I'm going to try and keep doing, so that way I can try and keep these right around a half an hour. Not that, like, when the timer goes off, I'm just like, alright, time to end it. It's just that I set the timer, and then when it does go off, I'm like, okay, cool, I can, wind down now. Or, if it does go off and I'm at a point where it's like, I would already be done anyway, then I do. So, like, last episode was... Oh. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be sneezing at you. Last episode was cut short because I had some stuff to take care of. So that's why it was only about 27, 28 minutes long. But this episode will be the full half an hour, don't worry. And we'll be on our normal path and just kind of getting more trainer battles, making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm not homebound at all, not even remotely. But yeah, we're gonna basically just fight our way to the place where Koga is. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of that city. But we're not going to do anything there. We're just going to fight to the Metagross, excuse me. We have Biters, or we have Lizardius. And I think Lizardius is our best bet against this. I don't want to keep giving XP to Lizardius because he's... this is scary. Okay. We should be okay, but I don't want to keep giving experience to him because he's already going to level up. He will evolve after this fight, almost certainly, because Metagross is going to give us a beefy chunk of experience. So, yeah. Jeez. So, yeah, definitely Lizardius is now coming out as our ace, but I don't mean for him to. Not that there's anything wrong with Lizardius, it's just that I'm trying to train equally as best I can, and I know that, like, for the longest time, whoa, for the longest time, I had Tigro up ahead of everyone else by like 2 or 3 levels or more, and that was just because Tigro was our... Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Let me tell you, if I wasn't in a dorm room right now, I would have just let out a blood-curdling scream. I didn't know that Golem knew Explosion. And because of that, we lost one of our starters almost immediately. Oh, goodness, that one hurts the worst. Like, more than any of the other ones for me. I love freaking Blastoise, dude. Yeah. Great, Charizard or whatever. Oh my god! Tortimer, dude. Why? I'm excited we have a Charizard, but like I knew we were gonna have a Charizard. Like I knew we were gonna have Blastoise up until 5 freaking seconds ago. Ooh. Ooh, I'm angry. Yeah, you can learn Wing Attack, it's a good move. Give her a scratch. I hate so hate right now. Golem. Oh, Golem. Oh, I didn't think you would explode. I thought only Graveler could explode, and frickin' Geodude. And no. I'm so sorry, everyone out there. Again, Lizardius, or Tortimer, one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Blastoise, dude, and that hurts. That really hurts, because like Deoxys, the second I got it, I was like, you know, you're really weak, and you'll die. You have a lot of stats, but you'll die, and it did, and it was kind of to be expected. Now, Seal, I was like, I've lost Seals to dumb circumstances before, and we lost it to a dumb circumstance this time around, so I wasn't that surprised. It sucked, but like, it is what it is. And then we lost Locke, which, like, it's a Nuzleaf. It sucks, but you move on. You know, you carry on. You carry on. So I don't know anything else about Welcome to the Black Parade, but man, 2 levels away from being a Blastoise too. God, Bob was our. It was just careless play. That's entirely my bad. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, it's gotta be Queen, right? We need a water type. And how? We have no real answer to rock anymore. Or ground. Yeah, I mean, if we can get Queen to become an actual Queen through King's Rock, that'll be ideal. Man, you know what? You gotta do it. Right? You gotta do it. War Turtle, you're getting a mark from us. Mark of affection. We love you, War Turtle. We'll miss you. Man, that sucks. I'm gonna give Queen the King's Rock, just because I believe it has to be holding that in order to... Because I know that the original rules for Pokemon are it has to be traded with King's Rock. However, a big oversight, I think, in all Pokemon games, excuse me, is that there's no natural bounce in the game. There's no way to bounce a trade Pokemon. You know, trade it away and then get it back right away. And I think that's something that should have been in the game. Like, I understand why it wasn't in Gen 1 or 2. You know, I don't think they would have had an ability to do that very easily. Because those games, like, especially Gen 1, poorly made. I don't mean to ruffle any feathers, but, like, there's so many bugs and glitches and errors with that game, and, like, a lot of redundancies in the coding, like, that it's a miracle that it had the legacy it did, and don't get me wrong, I'm very, very glad it did. I love the early Pokemon games, but you also have to like realize that they have so many flaws that like I can get why it wasn't in there. But by 2 it was pretty sewn up, and especially by Gen 3. So I don't see, this is gonna know ice type moves, I'm sure, so we're not gonna put Flora in front of it. Alright, well, Protect isn't an ice type move, but I bet you it knows Icicle Spear or some such, so not worth it. But it's just there's no natural bounce. So the original rules with any Pokemon like Slowking or any such like it, to get it, you know, or Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp, others, I don't feel like digging through the whole list in my brain right now, but the original thing you had to do was you had to... Okay, so this is gonna... Oh... God... What? Why? Why do you have to know Pursuit? Dude, like... Just let me switch train. I can't even get the experience share when we get to the next town, because I won't have enough Pokemon. So why... I don't even have words. I thought it was only Isaac that was supposed to disrespect me this much. And now I'm getting beaten up by Pokemon. Alright, well, rip Slowking Dream. It doesn't even matter anymore, but I changed the rules in my game to make impossible, i.e. trade evolutions function. However, you know, with Steelix, Scizor, Slowking, and I think there's another one, but any Gen 3 Pokemon that require an item to be held while traded in order to evolve, I think in order to evolve them to that state, they have to naturally evolve at a certain level while holding that item. But I truly do not know how it works. I've never done it before. But, yeah, that sucks. There goes our second best water-type bet. So, you don't get a heart. I'm sorry, you did nothing. You just went out and died. I mean, so the problem is here, right? We can take Mimoon again, but we would have to like leave it as a Staryu until like level 40, where it learns Bubble Beam. Otherwise, we can just take Sleepy for psychic coverage, which isn't bad. Could be worse. You know, there's always that as an option. We could just take a normal type. So that's our fire counter. But I'm not going to take a normal type. So we can't take another ground type. So that leaves Phanpy and Sandshrew out. Crobat doesn't really learn anything we care about, unfortunately. If we had a Muck, I'd take it, but we don't. Umbreon isn't good. I'm sorry, I will never think it's good. Knowing a 60 power dark type move and that's it isn't good enough. It's not. Chinchou, I don't want a water electric type, but like, what do you know? When do you evolve? Do you evolve into whatever else? Encounter rate increases. I don't want that either. Chinchou. Gentry. Please. Oh boy. This one sucks, doesn't it? Your stats are actually higher. Oh, you're level 30, that's why. So there's Spark. Do you know Spark? You know Spark? Okay. It's a good move. Give it to you. It's a good move. And let's see here. You would level up. So you would level up next level. Guaranteed. Into Lantern, which is a better Pokemon. For sure. I mean, I don't want two electric types on the team. But by the same token, like, it wouldn't really matter because you're water electric, so you have different problems that you'll have to face. Hydro Pump at 43. Excuse me, Takedown at 43. Hydro Pump at 50. I think it might be freaking Torchy, dude. Like, I guess welcome to the Team Torchy. Never thought that was gonna happen. I thought we were just gonna have Blastoise till the end of the game. You know what? I for sure thought we were gonna go with Slowking, but here we are. I think what we do is we take Lucky Egg here, give it to Torchy, and at least with it being a level 30, you know, it'll mean that we have less to worry about in terms of freaking Pursuit. That's two moves that I should have had well scouted, and that's, again, it's entirely my fault. It's my bad. I should have known better, but I just didn't think that'd be an issue, especially not at the start of a friggin' episode, dude. Wow. 2 losses. Now, admittedly, like, it's not 2 main roster losses. If it were, we would be in a much, much worse state. Being fair, we did lose Cannon recently, though, so we are in a pretty bad state. Because, I mean, we've lost, in a pretty short span, we've lost 3 Pokemon, and 2 of them were main rosters, so, like, we're hurting right now. I know it may not look like it because we have a legendary and 2 starters, but like, Flora, despite being a starter, is a Gen 2 starter, which, I hate to say it, they're terrible in Gen 3. they're not very good. Now, her stats really are good. They're not anything to make fun of, but her moveset isn't good. Charizard is good. It's not my favorite of the original three, but it's good. Unfortunately, it's a legendary dog. Could be worse. It could be one of the Lotties, but the legendary dogs, which are all very obviously cats, and I don't know why they're called the legendary dogs. I think that's the fault of the community, not the fault of the creators, because I think the community is just named that. But even still, like, that's like, honestly, like, so Raikou fit best on our team on merit alone of we had a water type and a fire type. So like, I know that Suicune's ice type, but it fills a very similar niche, you know. So like, if we had a Suicune, like, Tortimer would have had a harder time being on the team. But and if we had an Entei, like, Lizardius would have probably not been on the team. Well, actually, being fair, I actually think that Entei wouldn't have been on the team. 70 power steel type move, huh? I mean, I wish we could get rid of Cut, but we'll get rid of Peck. But because I don't think Entei, I don't think Entei learns anything really that good. Wall Rain. I hate Wall Rain. Actually, Torchy, you with Spark could actually take care of this for us. So we'll just don't get screwed over by a frickin' ice ball, please. Okay, we should be okay. Even if he... Okay, yeah, we don't have anything to worry about that, because Stage 1 and Stage 2 Ice Ball won't really hurt us. Now, the problem with Ice Ball, and I mentioned it before, is that it's a move that works really well against us, but not for us, you know? Like, it's something that we could never run on our team, because it locks you in for like 5 turns. But on the other end of that same coin, even though you're locked in for 5 turns, it does so much damage, and like, we can't afford to have a Pokemon stuck in there until it either misses or hits 5 times or 6 times or whatever it is. But like, the damage you get at the end of it is so good that if you can survive it, like, you probably with the last 2 knock out 2 Pokemon. You know, for sure 1. Very few things can stand up to full force. Frickin', oh, we could have water gunned. Should have probably water gunned. Doesn't matter. Full force ice ball. You know, it's a very, very powerhouse move by the end of it, but it's just something we can't really do. It is what it is. It's kind of like one-hit KOs. If the enemy gets one off, great for him, but we can't ever run it. Okay, so Torchy will be evolving here, which is good. Yeah, we'll switch. I am just so exhausted. After losing Tortimer, like, again, Cannon I knew. Tortimer didn't have to be like that. But yeah, it's just, like, I love having Raikou around, but like, the best move Raikou's gonna learn in this run, unless we grind it to level 70, which isn't gonna happen, is gonna be Spark. So it's like, cool, but man, like, why? Why I gotta, you know, it's such a weak move. Why can't I learn something better than Spark? You know, not that Spark is like inherently awful, it's just there's so many better electric type moves, and I think that's a big problem with a lot of movesets in this generation specifically, is that nothing, like, very few things break that 70 mark. Most things kind of hover around the 40 to 60 range, which is fine, but I would like to do a lot more damage than that. So we have a Lantern now. Let's check out his stats, honestly. So HP wise, best on our team actually, and it's under leveled. It's pretty nice. So I mean, unfortunately it's underpowered for all other stats, but oh well. It's It's on the team. We don't have much choice. You know, we would prefer a Blastoise right now, but you know, life ain't always gonna work out that way, is it? Oh man, you know what? Give me a second. I'm just gonna be unprofessional and hang on. Alright, I'm back. What, you expected me not to get a Gatorade in the middle of filming an episode? Sounds like a you problem, dude. It's this episode, man. It's got to me. They got me. They took. It's man. Sorry. What's the line? It's already complicated. They got tea. If you know, you know on that one. That's oh man, they got tea. Oh. No, you know what? Not if you know, you know. If you're into comedically angry film reviewers, I know they're, you know, no one's ever one of those. But if you're into that, Ralph the Movie Maker, he did a review of a very bad. Oh, what's his name? I really like the actor too. Oh man, he was Django. It's like one of my favorite westerns. I know it's not like really a western, but it kind of is. Which is why I like it. Because I don't like most westerns. Man, he's a singer too. Jamie Foxx, that's his name. He's super talented. Love that guy. But it's a very, very poor Jamie Foxx film, and it's just got a bunch of dumb lines, and that's one of them. But yeah, no, I'm sorry for this episode being suddenly low energy. I was all excited because this is a Nuzlocke that was going well for me. You know, I was like, ooh, I get to record more Nuzlocke and I get to succeed, and then just had the rug pulled out from under me, man. You know, we have to carry on. We always will. So, you know, it's something I say in my regular life. If you know me personally, you'll know that this is true. You will like certainly know this is true. But it's something that I almost always say, and it's that you know, regardless of what's going wrong or what's going on in my life, I have to be okay. You know, it's if people ask me if I am okay, if I'm gonna be okay, the answer is always I have to be. I don't have a choice not to be okay. So despite us mourning the loss of T, also known as Tortimer, we have to keep going. You have to go even further beyond. We don't have the choice to stop or slow down. There's no brakes on this train, but there are brakes for delicious sugary beverage like that. Again, I'm sorry for the drinking noises. I know that they're probably coming through a lot clearer now that I've had to change my audio setup. And also, I don't even know what it sounded like when I took my headset off. That one was me going rogue. That one was me doing a bit of a Brian Pillman style pull the wool over your eyes and then act like there was never any wool to begin with. Just do it and then act like you never would lie about doing it, but then lie about doing it. You know what I'm saying? any what is that, late 90s, early 90s wrestling fans out there? I see a couple, yeah. For alligator, hey look, another bad Pokemon. I said it. Yeah, I'm now you got me angry, so now I'm gonna just start saying stuff. I don't like Feraligatr. I hate him. He looks cool. Probably the coolest looking of the original bunch. Looks like Godzilla. Love Godzilla. Love Kaiju, dude. But you know what? Feraligatr sucks. I know he gets better in other generations. For right now, for our purposes, for Generation 3, that Water Gun is his best move. Oh, what about Hydro Pump? Yeah, alright, fine. At like level 7,000, he learned Hydro Pump, which is like a high power but really low efficacy move, so sure, yeah. Pull on that string, why don't you? But I'll be the one to tell you that ain't enough. Hydro Pump is not good enough. Now, I hear you saying out there, oh, but Joe. Mojo Jojo. Orange Jojo. I hear you saying, I can see your brain through the jar in your head, and you're a monkey too. Why do you wear a cape and shoulder pauldrons? And to that I say, don't worry about it. But you're gonna say Blastoise also only learns Hydro Pump and Bite. But here's the thing. Blastoise also learns Skull Bash, which is not great, but better than any other move that Feraligatr learns, and freaking arguably other than Hydro Pump. And that has more PP. And it can learn its special move in this version of Gen 3, the... Man, I don't remember the name of it. There's Blast Burn, and then Drain You of Your Sanity or whatever. the grass one. It's like, it's not Giga Drain, it's not Mega Drain, it's like Ultra Drain or whatever. Draino. Drainage Ditch. Drain Pipe. What's back here? Is there anything? Do I need to care? Are you hiding something? Hey, Route 14. We can... Oh, you! Oh, you! I wanted to go back and heal. I gotta be honest. Held back the urge to say a naughty. I really did. It's just, this is the no fricks given episode. And yeah, you're gonna learn Fly. I don't think we can fly. I think you have to beat Koga for that. But can we? But this is a 2-turn, dude. Fine. Yeah. We won't learn Fly. Once we get rid of Cut, though, we'll learn Fly for Bob. Because like Fly is not a great move, but it's just, I just want to be able to get the heck out of here, man. So I guess Tigro, you could use the love. Man, this episode really tested me. You know, if you are out there and you're mourning the loss as I am, give me money. No, I'm kidding. Just understand that my frustrations aren't actually like aren't meant to be taken as like, oh, I hate Pokemon now. I just get saucy when things don't go my way, because it's part of the bit. You know, I'm not like, don't take this as me being a sore loser. I definitely play it up a lot more than I actually am feeling. Like, I am sad, but like if I'm gonna completely like level with you, it's Pokemon. You know, like, it's a Nuzlocke. I've never won one of these. Like, you kind of come to expect it. Now, again, we had a really good team, and I was kind of like, you know, I got a little cocky, you know, a little hey kid, how you doing? About this, and I was like, dude, we have nothing to fear. And suddenly, we have some reasons to be afraid. You know, because we lost 2 pretty big pillars of our team. And I'm not saying that like we can't make this a win still. We still have some very strong Pokemon, but again, we're at a point where Skarmory and Lantern are our best options. You know, like, it's not like we're choosing them because we're like, ooh, wouldn't this be weird? We're choosing them because we have to. Now, you could argue like, well, you have... Don't do that. Quit moving around me. Now, you could argue that, well, you could choose different people to put on your team. You know, you could have a Staryu, which is a decent enough water type. And it's like, yeah, I guess, but it's not at the same time. Like, there's so many better water types out there. You know, you want to hear something controversial? This is the episode of me just like inviting it now. I'm angry, so we're gonna have it. Here's something controversial, as though I haven't been saying that about you know, freaking Feraligatr and all these other Pokemon. I think Gyarados is a bad water type. Now, when I say that, a lot of people, you know, I'm sure that out there you're immediately thinking like, what is wrong with you? Of course that's not the case. Now, here's why I say that. Gyarados is a good Pokemon, bad water type, because in this game, I don't think it learns any... I think it learns Hydro Pump, and Water Gun, and that's it. And it's special attacks that, from what I remember, I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's special attacks that is doo-doo. And in this game, all water type moves are special attack. They didn't have a physical special split until Gen 4, which that sucks, I'll admit. That's something that I wish was not the case. I think that is a noticeable improvement made to later gens. And I cannot stress enough, I believe there are very few of those to be had. You know, improvements between Gen 3 and later. But I think Gen 4 kind of has all of them. They kind of hogged all the good. Biscuits. But, you know, it is what it is in that front. But Gyarados, it again, good Pokemon. Strong Pokemon. Really strong physical attacker with, you know, Intimidate and pretty sure good defense as well. But terrible special stats from what I remember. Now, I could be very wrong on that. But, like, it doesn't... I think it learns Hyper Beam, which I'll give you. Hyper Beam's a good move, for sure. But I don't think it learns anything else that's like all that impressive beyond Hydro Pump, which I heavy disrespect on Hydro Pump. I'll use it, for sure I'll use it if I have it, but I don't like Wobbuffet. What do we do about that? We need a Pokemon that... We'll do Torchy, because Torchy can do Confuse Ray, and, you know, if they Destiny Bond, we can waste turns, is my thought. So if we're under Destiny Bond, we waste. So as long as there's no Destiny Bond active, we attack. But as soon as Destiny Bond becomes active, we waste their time. Ooh, okay. Mirror Coat would scare us a lot now. But I think we should be okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I want to be honest with you, right? I cannot remember a time. And this is a heavy, heavy knock on wood. Please never let this come back to bite me. I couldn't handle it right now. I couldn't take it. My poor little heart. Think of all the Joes. Think of all the Joe heads out there. I don't know. Whatever my fans would call themselves. Imagine calling yourself a fan of me. What a curse existing that must be. But, you know, whatever you want to believe on that front, you know, I don't think any of us can take it. But I don't think I've ever been hit by counter or mirror move in a way that made me afraid. Now, that comes up, excuse me, because a YouTuber I really like, who isn't, I mean, okay, I was going to say isn't like super well known, but I say that being a guy with 11 subscribers, but who isn't like, you know, he's not multi-million subs, but if you've heard of him, you haven't. His name's Sinvicta, really like him. He makes music, dude, really good at it. But he was doing some Nuzlocke recently, and like, yeah, if you want a little bit of behind the scenes on this, like, he is what kind of reminded me of Nuzlocke. Not that I had forgotten, you know, I've always liked Nuzlocke, and ever since they were introduced to me, spoiler, by my friend Timmy, that's why he's my rival. Ever since they were introduced to me by him, I've loved him, but Sinvicta was doing a Gen 3 Nuzlocke. Now, not the Gen 3 remakes of Gen 1, but like proper Gen 3. I think it was the Emerald version. And he had... I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. It's the curse of Pokemon. But he had so many cases of Mirror Coat / Counter / Destiny Bond come up with specifically why nots, not Wobbuffets, but why nots, that he had to make a new rule where if a Pokemon with 2 Tropiuses, if a Pokemon was lost to it after the first one was, because he lost one and was like, them's the breaks, but then it kept happening. It happened, you know, he kept getting hit by it so much that he had to just make a new rule where it didn't count anymore because it was so bad. And now, I've been hit by Destiny Bond a lot. That one has stung me, but I will I'll never make a rule saying that Destiny Bond doesn't count, because you can play around Destiny Bond. But counter and mirror coat is hard, because if they guess right on which attack you do, it's awful. It's just a horrible time for you. So, I can't apologize enough. I feel awful for yawning. I'm not tired. It's just I'm talking a lot, and my brain's like, breathe, idiot, and I'm like, no! Let me drink the sugar water instead. Just as good as air. It's blue! Yes, I am drinking blue Gatorade. Which blue? I don't know. Could I read the title? Yes, am I going to? Absolutely not. What am I, a cop? Only cops know the names of Gatorade flavors. The only one, okay, I will admit, there's one you are allowed to know the name of, okay? Only one. Can you guess it? I'm sure you already know. That's right, it's grape. Why? Because it's purple. Name me any other flavor that would be acceptable to make purple, other than grape. Show me a man who can name a flavor that should be purple other than grape, and I'll show you a liar. Now, that said, beyond the meme, yes, I know we're taking a lot of damage. I'm playing a Cavalier to act like I don't care, but actually, I'm terrified. But we're gonna go back and heal, and honestly, we're gonna call it there. But now, beyond the meme, right? Beyond me playing into it and being like, haha, blah, 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 blah. Do I actually know the flavors of certain Gatorades? Yes. Why? Because they're in my fridge right now. Like, I put them in there, and I happen to just read the label on one of them, and also like I remember it because the first time I ever had that flavor, but I don't know if going up or left is faster. My brain just feels like going up is faster, so we're just gonna keep going up. But I feel like I'm wrong, but I don't. I like this town more. The music's a bop. Anyway, how do you do, fellow children? But anyway, the one I remember is Arctic Cherry, and the reason I remember it is because when I had it for the first time, like I took a sip, it was like getting punched, because it was such a shock to have cherry flavor with a white beverage. There was something about it that just freaked me out, man. It was very, very not kosher, not groovy at all, and I like the flavor. It's just I wasn't expecting it. You know, it's like kind of like when you reach for what you think is your glass and you take a sip. You know, you're expecting like water or a specific soda, and that's not that. It's such a shock to your system that you can't believe it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never experienced this before, I encourage you to set it up, but organically. Don't do it yourself. You have to have an outside source help you, but just tell someone, hey, I'm gonna be drinking blah, 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 whatever you're drinking, and like at some point just swap it with something else. While I'm not paying attention, I'll just take it and take a drink of it, because it is such a shocking difference to you that it's incomparable to almost any other sensation. You will not believe it. But you know, it's again, it has to happen organically. You cannot expect it. You can't see it coming because you'll prepare. And if it catches you off guard, oh baby, that's the stuff. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think we're gonna call it here. You know, thank you for sticking with me. I'm sorry that this one was just all sorts of unhinged. I think I'm gonna do at least one more tonight, maybe two. I really love recording the Nuzlocke. Not that I don't necessarily love recording Isaac, but like, there's something about the Nuzlocke, man, that I just like. I feel like I could record this kind of all day, and realistically, I kind of have, because I started recording at like 4, and it's 8:30, and I'm gonna record more. You know, I'm having a lot of fun with the Nuzlocke. I really do love it because it's a lot easier to get my thoughts out there than Isaac. I love Isaac, but there'll always be hitches where I have to talk about Isaac a lot more, and with Pokemon I don't. I feel like I can just kind of chat. It's kind of like a podcasty type thing. I really like it. So just, you know, thanks for sticking with me again. Sorry this one was just a tragedy in so many ways, but hopefully next episode things will go better. You know, and I'm not inviting tragic irony by saying that they will for sure, because I don't know that. I'm just saying I hope they will. That's all you can ask for. So thank you for sticking with me. If you have stuck through the whole however long this episode is, I don't have a dual monitor setup anymore because I'm poor. Being fair, I could use my TV as a second monitor. Just as the like recording capture window. Oh, that'd be funny. I'm a little tempted to, but oh, I might have to do that. Oh, I just gave myself an evil idea. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me thus far. However long it's been going, if you could leave a like, it would mean a lot to me. If you have any suggestions for names, comment them down below too. I love the interaction. I love getting to talk to people. I have my friend Christina's super active on commenting on my Isaac videos, and like she is so much more knowledgeable than me at the game, and I greatly appreciate her support. So I love getting to talk to her through that method. Like, it's not like we don't talk outside of that. We play games together and chit chat and have a group chat and whatnot. But like, it's a new form of communication where it's like a little bit less personal, because it's like, ooh, this is my account that doesn't say my real legal name. It says Orange Joe, which spoiler alert, my first name is not Orange. Sorry to tell you. But yeah, be sure to comment down below. I love that interaction. Sub if you subscribe to the channel if you want to see what I got going on in the future. Follow me on Twitter at most folks. If you do that one, that's the most direct line to talk to me. If you have questions about the channel, or just want to chit chat about my dumb wrestling references or whatever have you, feel free to follow me on there and you can add me. We can have a conversation. Be happy to. And as always, if you have questions about anything I've said here, check the description box down below. I always tell you this whole ending spiel, and I also tell you to have a lovely day. It's because I always hope you do. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.